Hey, thanks for joining. Today we're talking about saving more on your vehicles. Unless you live in a city and take advantage of public transport or walk everywhere, most of us need to have cars or trucks in our busy lives. These vehicles can cost a lot to buy and maintain. Today I'll talk about how to reduce the cost of vehicles in your lives. Join me today as pet guest for this episode is Scooby from New Hampshire. Hey Scooby.
You want to stay with us for a minute? You want to sit?
I'll go in there and just...
Let's face it, new cars and trucks are expensive. Even before COVID, these were expensive. Supply issues pushed prices higher, and now gas prices, that's another topic for another day. According to Kellie Blue Book, KBB, at the end of 2021, the average new car price was just over $47,000. Really? Now some of this is being pushed higher by luxury car sales, but this is the data. And this high cost is leading a lot of lenders to extend payment terms to as high as 6 years or more. That's crazy. According to LendingTree, the average auto loan term is 69.7 months for new cars, 67.4 months for used cars, and 36.8 months for leased vehicles. And the monthly payments average $644 for new vehicles, $488 for used, and $531 for leased. Again, pretty high here due to luxury sales pushing averages higher. American borrowers average a $39,721 loan for new vehicles and a $27,291 loan for used vehicles. These numbers are just really scary. Yeah, watch out for that cat, Scooby. Even with used car prices increasing due to lack of new car supply, buying a safe, reliable vehicle that maintains its resale value well is the best approach for most of us. When you buy a new car, I'm sure you've heard the phrase that it depreciates when you drive it off the lot. There is a steep depreciation of value within the first 3 years. This is why targeting a non-luxury used car that is at least 3 years old is the sweet spot for age of car. Find a safe, reliable 3 years or more old non-luxury car in good shape with low mileage. That's the goal. Brad and Jonathan at ChooseFI did a great comparison of new car versus used car on one of their podcasts, which I linked to in the description. Here are a few tables from their podcast episode page. They compared 10-year ownership for 3 different scenarios: a new car for $30,000, a 5-year-old car for $15,000, and a 10-year-old car for $5,000. They compare the average annual appreciation cost, or how much is your total cost spread out over the 10-year ownership period, the opportunity cost at 8%. So if you invested this money instead over this 10-year period, how much would that have grown for you to give up this car? And then maintenance, taxes, insurance, fuel, etc. They add all this up to summarize the annual costs for each scenario. In the $7,000 range for new car, mid $4,000 range for the 5-year used car, and about $3,000 range for the 10-year used car. Buying it used, maintaining it well, and driving it for as long as you can. This is the secret to saving money on vehicles. So let's use some of this concept for a comparison of the average family in the US. Yes, and a cat. I know you like cats. They have 2 vehicles and they always buy 1 new car every 5 years. So they always have a car payment. And one of their cars is always 5 years newer than the other car. And they own each car for 10 years. So let's assume the monthly car payment is $500 and the monthly insurance cost for 2 cars is $150. So their monthly cost for auto loan plus auto insurance is $650. Let's compare this with the family who also has 2 vehicles, but they purchase a 5-year-old used vehicle every 5 years, still owning each car for 10 years. Let's assume they set aside $250 every month to pay for the used car loan payment or to save up for paying for the used car with cash. So $250 per month times 12 months equals $3,000 per year. Times 5 years is $15,000. And since used cars are older, then the insurance cost is less. Or maybe they've watched episode 12 about saving more on auto insurance, and they've increased their deductible since they have enough cash in their emergency fund to cover this possible expense. So their insurance is $75 per month for 2 cars. So for them, total car plus insurance per month is $325. This is half the cost and saves you $3,900 annually. If this scenario plays out for 25 years and the family with the used cars invested the savings and it grew at 8% annually over this time, the $97,500 saved would have grown to $309,084. Being intentional about your auto costs makes a big impact for your future self. Thanks for joining me today, Scooby. It's playtime. And thank you for watching. I hope you learned something that you can take action on today. If you like the content, please hit the red subscribe button and the thumbs up or like button. If you know someone who could benefit from the content, please share. Take care.